I thought I would just definitely just be so in love with working from home. And I definitely really do like it and I appreciate it. But I can't even lie. I've noticed there's some pros and there's some cons for me, honestly. I had to catch myself one time. I was like, whoa, relax.
But she ain't never seen the world up. She a wanderlust, but she ain't never seen the world up.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Funmi-Layo. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to like this video because it helps other people to see the video, and make sure to subscribe because we have awesome content on this channel. I have playlists all set up on the channel so you can go and watch those and, see whether you want to or not. Today we'll be talking about the pros and cons for working from home versus working in office. Let's talk about it. So, a lot of us, since the pandemic has been going on, have now been working remotely from home, or I know some people are going into the office like a couple days out of the week instead of the whole week. It's just variations of staying at home more in order to do our work to keep safe during this pandemic. So I was wondering, how has it been for you guys? How's everything going? Me personally, I've noticed there's some pros and there's some cons for me, honestly. I thought I would just definitely just be so in love with working from home. And I definitely really do like it and I appreciate it. But I can't even lie. There are some stuff about working in office that I really do miss, you guys. Like, I miss a good amount of things, but let's start off with the things that are good for working from home. So I love the fact that now, literally, you can be working in your pajamas. Literally, the whole day you can be working in your pajamas. You can be working in your robe. You can be very comfortable. If you want to, you can even work off your bed. But I will let you know that's a little dangerous because you could fall asleep. So it might not be something you might want to do because it is dangerous. You can't fall asleep and a whole lot of problems will happen. But I love that versatility in terms of not having to spend that extra time with your commute. We don't have to worry about spending money on a commute. We don't have to worry about spending money to eat out for lunch. Everything is at home. We have everything here. And then even like with remote work, there's more flexibility in terms of sometimes, depending on the workload, you might be able to get some time to maybe take a nap for lunch or get started on some other work, or just in general, like run an errand or do something depending on how your meetings or your day is set up. Although obviously you really want to just maintain those 8 hours sitting down in one setting, but you do have that versatility where you can get up and you can run to your laundry within your unit if your apartment has one, or if it's in the complex, go downstairs or go wherever, but you can like get laundry. You can be cleaning at the same time as you're working. You can really multitask at home and get some stuff done during the downtime, if you have any downtime, depending on what your workload is like for the day or what type of work you do. So that's something for those rare times where there's a little bit of leeway where you can just do something else. So that's good to have. Another great thing is because it is remote, literally being able to travel. Although right now you can travel. Technically, you can travel, but like a lot of places are closed, so a lot of destinations you can't go to, but there are some that definitely you can go to. So being able to work in a remote area and just be on your laptop and just see the world, that would be dope. But I'm not doing that right now because of the whole pandemic. I'm just gonna chill. I'm just gonna chill out before I travel the world remotely on my laptop working. Honestly, that seems dope. I feel like if it was that scenario, I would love it even more. But what I do love is that because you can work remotely, you can visit your family, which is what I've done. So the opportunity to spend time with my family is invaluable, because when would I ever have this much time to like just be here? It's usually thinking about, I gotta go back to work. I gotta leave so I can go to work in DC or whatever. But now it's like I'm here and I can be working, have my work time in the office space, go and meet family and hang out there and move on. So it's cool having that versatility to be able to spend time with family. It's so invaluable. Honestly, I feel like that is the best thing, which is why I really do love the working from home. I really do. I really love and appreciate it. But again, there are some things, right, that I miss about being in the office. I miss the social setting. I realized, but I kind of always knew I'm somebody, if I like the people, that is, if I like the people, I am somebody who wants to be around in a social setting, even if I'm not talking to them. Like if I'm not directly communicating with them, just being there, I like it. I like that type of situation. Like I like being in office settings if I enjoy the people around me, and I don't have to talk to them, but just being around. And then occasionally, we would be going for lunch, there are happy hours that you can go to. So now, and I think it's mainly because of COVID, those things are kind of put to a halt a little bit, at least for me. I'm not doing all that. It's been kind of put to a halt, but I just in general, I imagine like working from home, since everybody's coming from different destinations, it's kind of harder to all meet in one spot. Although it's really not, you can really do it, but it's just so much easier when everybody's in one place and you're like, okay, well, let's just walk down or take an Uber really quickly to this bar or this area and have happy hour and have a good time or whatever. But yes, I would say that like also being in a social setting, it makes it easier to relate to your coworkers and to build bonds with your managers and everything like that, just because you have that in-person contact and you can really run into people in the hallways. Whereas if you're not working on the same task or project, depending on what your job is with them, again, this is job specific, but yeah, if you're not working on the same team or project with them, like you'd be more likely able to run into people. I just like that. I really do. But it's very annoying, having to wake up early in the morning to commute. And now you get to save that time because the commute back and forth, obviously that's something. Even though I wasn't commuting so far, it's not really that far, but still, like, it's money and it's time. But I miss that. I really do miss that. And I will say another con is that like it seems like the work is more. I don't know if this is for everybody, but I heard a couple of people that work for other companies saying that the work has been a lot. But I know like it was so much. It's now becoming more manageable. It's become more manageable now. I hope it doesn't get like to be a lot again, but I think it has something to do with what was going on at the time in my job or whatever and what I was doing. But yes, it was a lot of work. And I think that that's another con for working from home. I will say that it seems like it's more work. I don't know why, but it just seems like it is more work. I think it also has to do with like deadlines that we have and different things in relation specifically to my job. But when you are on your own, I feel like you really have to parse through. And I'm somebody that before I want to ask, I want to try and figure it out. So that stuff takes time. So I'm over here trying to figure it out for a while. Whereas like maybe in the office setting, I would just kind of walk over to a desk and be like, hey, can you help me real quick? But versus it's still very easy where you can just message somebody and you can communicate that way, which is super easy and super great. But it's still like, oh, well, before, like, really makes you think, like, before I do that, let me just make sure to, like, exhaust all my options, right, before I reach out. So that's one thing. And another thing is that also, like, with talking to people in the meetings and everything, sometimes, like, forgetting to code switch, like, knowing how to, like, keep a professional voice on and off, because I might be on the phone with my mom real quick and then just having to like switch over, go back to work, and then I have a meeting and then accidentally my voice might seem a little bit too informal. So just to like keep that formal professional voice, because I talk like this right here, how I'm talking, but at work I have more of a formal tone that I have, but I still talk the same, but kind of a little bit more formal, a little bit more, I don't know. I be trying, y'all. I don't know what I'm doing for real, but accidentally using a more informal voice, and I had to catch myself one time. I was like, whoa, relax. You better get back on it, because it was too relaxed. I was just talking way too relaxed to, I don't know who it was, whether it was like, I don't know if it was a manager or a director, and I just had to catch myself, and I was like, whoa, you're not at home, like, even though you're home, you're at work right now, like, get it together. And I quickly had to switch. So just differentiating work and life, just, work and personal time. And I feel like that is another con, is because you're just home and you have that depending on your job and depending on when things are due, maybe you could get away with like leaving a little bit early and well, not leaving a little bit early, but you could be doing work at night, basically is what I'm saying. Like, just depending on how things pan out for you, you could be doing work at night. You could have to do overtime and then be doing work at night. And because there's no solid cutoff, you can just find yourself just doing work throughout the day. Or you could take a break during the day, like maybe you take an extended lunch or whatever, and then you end up having to work into the night. So like different things like that cause that work and personal time, there's not really any clear-cut boundary, you know? So it just meshes together and you're not having I'm looking for a word, kind of like to align, to separate it. There's no work personal time separation. And so your mind just gets warped, and then it also can create anxiety, especially with the deadlines. Like when you're working overtime, you have to work into the night, and then it's just like, like you're going to sleep and thinking about work, you're waking up and you're thinking about work, and it's just depending on how busy things are. But just in general, or if you're just putting something off because it's not due yet and you end up doing it at night, these are not the best things in order to have like work-life balance and to have that separation between work and personal time. But yeah, that's a con, I would say, for sure. Yeah, so though I really love just being chill and in my comfortable clothes and everything like that, I miss being in the work environment where I'm seeing everybody serving looks and looking cute, and also me getting dressed up, even though I find it annoying when I have to do it sometimes, but still it's like, I miss it, because it's like, I'm not dressing up to go nowhere, like what the heck. But yes, those are some of the pros and cons so far of working from home. But I will say that I just feel beyond blessed to those still have a job, because a lot of people have lost their jobs during this time. And this is just not at all a video complaining, just sharing some pros and cons of it and just reflecting basically. But I definitely, for the fact that, you know, you can be able to spend more time with family with this working from home, I am so grateful, so grateful. So yeah, I guess that's all from me. Please leave your pros and cons in the comment box down below. Let me know what other videos you want me to film, and I guess I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.